Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Iram here, and today we are going to create the next part of this website we were working on. So I hope that you all are doing well and enjoying the coding. So in the previous video, we are working on this project. It's a Burger Palace project, and I've told you that we are going to use some JavaScript. So we haven't finished and even done with the navigation bar. Now we have done until this deals of the D section, but today we are going to continue, and in today's video we are going to complete this navigation bar. Then we have to work with this slideshow and this blog section, the footer. So first of all, I would like to go with the slideshow, the blog section, and the footer, and then in the last we are going to work with the navigation bar. Okay, so let's move on to the here is the project we were working on. Let's move on to the editor and start working. And here I've already opened the folder. If you guys remember, we were working on within this folder JavaScript recording REC. So let me remove all these extra spaces from here. And now here the next one is the slider section. So let me say slider section, and now I would like to go with the section element, assigning it a class. This class is going to be margin top 3. Then we have to go with the heading 2, where we would like to assign it a class, and this class is going to be text footer. And then after, we have to go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be slideshow container, and then I just name it just slideshow, or something about the food, or whatever you want to name it. Then I would like to go with another. Actually, I've made a mistake here. Hold on. No. Then after this, yes, the mistake is that it shouldn't be here, you know. Let me remove it. My apologies for this. Let me remove it. Actually, it has the heading should be really sorry. The heading is going to be just a slideshow. Okay, and here we have to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be slideshow container. Okay, and then after, within this division, we have to create another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be slides, and it is with capital S. So let's say slides. Okay, then this slides, we are going to get this slides in a JavaScript, and then after, we have to say that, and after having this, let's go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be number checks or numbers. So let's go with number, and the number is going to be 1 by 3. And then we have to use the image source, and the source of the image is going to be images, and I'm going to use the burger1.jpg. let's use the inline styling method here, and it is going to be width. The width is going to be 100%, Then after we have to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be text, and here let's say caption. Okay, any kind of caption, cheeseburger, or whatever you want to name it, just go for it. Okay, now the next one is, let's go with another you know what I'm going to do? I just want to copy this slide and I want to paste it here and here. Okay, so here the number is going to be number 2, and then it is going to be, actually it is going to be, sorry, 2 3 out of 2, and then here it is second image. I think I do have a second image, and the caption, let's say double cheese. Okay, and then after here we have to go with 3 by 3, and here the image is going to be image 3. Okay, then after this one is also going to be let's say Big Mac. I don't know why I'm saying this, but let's go with this. Okay, then let's have a division here. Use the style, and it is going to be text align center with a span element, and this span is going to have a class. Class is going to be dot, and let's copy and paste it for a couple of times. Okay, so let's go to the style.css and we will start styling this one, and then you'll see the next thing. Okay, so first of all, in the main.css, here we are, and let's say slider, and this slider is going to have a class of, I think it is capital, no, small, so slides. So the slides, slide or slides? Slides, yep. So it is, I just need to check again. Okay, slides, and the slides class is going to have a display property which is going to be none. Then we have to use the image, and vertical align is going to be the middle, and now we have to get the slideshow container, and this slideshow container is going to have a maximum width of 1000 pixels. Then the position of this is going to be relative, and then margin is going to be auto. Then we have to use the text, and it is going to be, just a minute, I think. Yep. So we are using this text class. So the text is going to have a color. The color is going to be F2, 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 and then we have to go with the font size. Font size would be 15 pixels. Padding 8 pixels, 12 pixels. Let's go with the position absolute. Bottom is going to have a 8 pixel, and then go with the width. It is going to be 100%, and then text align, and it is going to be center. Now we have to go with the number class. Here is this. So let's say number, and the number class is going to have a color, again F2, not 3, sorry, F2, and F2. And then after, we would like to go with the font size, which is going to be 12 pixels. And then let's use the padding, 8 pixels, and then 12 pixels. And let's go with the position. So the position is going to be absolute, and let's say top is going to be 0. Then we have dots, so let's go with the dot. Let's go with the dot class. So here is a dot, and height for this is going to be 15 pixel. Then we have to go with the width. It is also going to be 15 pixels, and the margin would be 0.2 pixels. Then we have to go with the background, and it is gray, and we have to go with the border radius. Border radius is going to be 50%. Display is going to be inline block. Okay, let's use the transition, and the background color is going to be, 0.5 seconds ease. And I am thinking about something. It is going to be background color. Okay, and then we have to use the, okay, now I would like to have an active class here for my JavaScript. So for that, let's have a active class, and we will call it in JavaScript. So for this, let's say active, and the background is going to be 717171, and the fade, if you guys, this fade class, we are going to have an animation. We can use the animate.css, but I'm not using that. So let's go with the fade, and for fading, let's name our animation. So the animation name is again fade, and then let's use the animation duration. Actually, animation duration is going to be 1.5 seconds. Then we have to use the keyframes for animation. As I've told you, we can use the feed animate.css, not animate.css, but there is a I have used that animation animate.css. I think it's not animate.css, but there is a website which is very helpful in these animations, and I have used that one in one of the projects, and unfortunately now I don't remember the name correctly, but there is something handy. So from I would like to use the opacity, which is going to be 0.4, and then we have to say that the opacity here is going to be 1, from 1.4 to 1. And you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, I haven't used bootstrap classes here. I'm going to use the media query here. So media only screen and max width. I want to use the it for bootstrap, but just to, I don't know why I didn't use actually 300 pixels. And then the text is going to be font, the font size 11 pixels. To the browser and see. So cannot see anything, you know, we have to apply JavaScript. So only the dots, so for the images we have to apply JavaScript. We will apply, but not now, okay? At the end we will, when we will start working with the navigation bar, at that time we will use the JavaScript here. So right now just stick with this thing, and then we will work with the JavaScript. Now we have to start working with the blog section. I want to finish these static sections, and then we will start working with that. Okay, so now let's go and work with this blog section. For that, let's go to the index.html, and let me remove these extra pieces from here. So I haven't used the end of, let me say, slides, okay, or the slider, end of the slider. Okay, now we have to start working with the blog section. So let's say blog section, and let's say end of blog section. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the section element and assigning it a class. This class is going to have a margin top of 5. Then we would like to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container. And then we have to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be section intro. And the text is going to be center. Then padding bottom is going to be 80 pixels, not PC, 80 pixels. And then we have to go with the heading 2, and the heading 2 is going to be recent, let's say recent blogs, or recent readings, or whatever you want to name it. Okay, then we have to go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw. And let's have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have a column medium 6, and then column large 4. Then we have to go with the margin bottom, which is going to be 4, and then margin bottom on medium devices, it is going to be 0. Okay, then we have to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have a name card, and I would like to go with 2 classes, card and card main. Then we have to use another division, assigning it a class. This class is also going to have a be as a card main and then img for the image. And then let's use an image. The source of the image is going to be, I do have images in the images folder. So let me see this. I would like to go with this steakburger.jpg, and as usual I'm not going to write the alternative text, but you guys it's a good SEO practice. And let's say card img. Okay, then after this I would like to go with the card body. So division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be card body. And then after we have to go with a heading 4, and let's assign it a class. This class is going to be card title, and the card title is going to have a link, so using the anchor tag, let me say that this link is going to have kind of 5 words. Okay, and then after let's use the unordered list. So UL, assigning it a class. This class is going to be card body, and we would like to have a heading 4 with a class, and this class is going to be card title. And again, sorry, my apologies for this. What I'm doing here, I don't have to do this one, just not the heading 4, but I would like to go with here the class is, it's not a card body, it is going to be card info. Okay, and then we have to go with the list items and an anchor tag, and then we have to say that let's use the span element here and assigning it a class, and this class is going to be card icon. The card icon is going to have a card. I'm going to use a font awesome icon. Class is going to be FERFA calendar. And yes, I'm going to give the link. I'm going to post this code, the whole code, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in the codepen.io. So you guys, if you don't know about that, I'm going to give the link in the description below. Okay, so you guys can get the code from the description. Calendar alt, and then after here within this span element, let's use today's date, which is 15 November 2020, and we have done with this one. Okay, there is another thing, that is again a list item. List item is going to have href, and this href is going to have a span element, and let's assign it a class. This class is going to be again card icon, and this time the icon is going to be let's have a font awesome icon, FESFA, and I'm going to use comment. Okay, the item it is a class actually, so let's say class and comment. Okay, and then we have to say that it has 4 comments, and then after we would like to go with the p element, and with some, let's go with some 10 words of lorem ipsum, and I would like to go with after this lorem ipsum, let's have a anchor tag, and actually I would like to assign it a class. So first of all, href, and let's have a class here. So this class is going to be called link, and then we have to say that the link is going to be read more. So read more, and let's use the font awesome icon. So for that, what we have to do is font awesome icon class FA arrow right. Okay, and just for my convenience, let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser. Not here, this one, and okay, it is done. Sorry, it's taking time to load. Okay, so we have an image here, title, date, and comments and some text with a read more button or a link. So what I'm going to do, I want to copy and paste it for a couple of times. So I want to use this class. Okay, and let me copy this, and then after here paste it here. I just want to change the image, and the image is going to be burger salad. Okay, let's check. Okay, and let's paste it another time. So this time it is going to have a different image, and this time the image is going to be, you know, burger 5. Okay, and let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so the image is, there is a problem, yeah, in the image, so the name is not typed well, and now it is going to be there. So yes, we have our we do have our 3 blogs, or the 3 cards. Let's move on to the CSS and start styling this card section. So after styling, it looked like this. It's going to be like this. Okay, so right now it's simple. We are going to use a clip path properties here, or values here. So let's go to the browser, sorry, editor. Here in the main.css, I would like to go with the comments first, and for this, let me say blog section, and then after this, let's save it. I would like to have a glass of water. Okay, so first of all, I would like to go with the card main class, where we do have a border, and the border is going to be 0. Then let's go with the border radius, and this is going to be again 0. Let's use the box shadow, and the box shadow is going to be 0, then 7 pixels, 10 pixels, and let's use a color, and this is the color EB9E03. So let's use the transition here, and this time the transition is going to be all for 4 seconds, and it is going to be ease. And let's use the card info, card info, not ingo, info, and here it's going to have a margin bottom which is going to be 10 pixels, and we have to go with the card info list items. Okay, so let's use the display property and display it with inline block, and the font size for this is going to be 14 pixels. Then we have to use the color. The color is going to be gray. Then after, let's have a card info list item, but not the last child, and let's use the margin here, margin right, which is going to be 13 pixels, and let me bring it here so it will be easy for you to see. Then we have to go with what, the last child, and margin is going to be 13 pixels. Now I would like to go with the card info, and then let's say list item, and the card icon. So it's a card icon, and it is going to have a font size of 20 pixels. Then you know what, I have to use parentheses here, and it is going to be here. Okay, font size is going to be 20 pixels for this, and let's use the color. I would like to go with the same EB9A03, and then after, let's use the margin right, and this margin right is going to be 5 pixels. The next thing is the link. So the card info list item with an anchor tag, and here we have to use the color. So the color is going to be gray, and it should be this one. Let's bring it here, let's save it, and let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on in the browser. So we have a box shadow, and now we are working on these icons. Okay, the link, info link is going to be gray. It's not working yet. Let's see. And then after, we have to use the card main, and the card image class. So you know, card image class, where the width of this is going to be 100%, and position is going to be sorry, not this one, but I have to go with the border. My apologies. Let's go with the border radius, actually. Border radius, which is going to be 0, and padding bottom is going to be 1 pixel. Then what I'm going to do is card main and image. So here the image is going to have a width of 100%, and the position is going to be relative. Let's save it. Okay, the next thing is going to I would like to copy this class, this selector, this class. Let me paste it here, and let's use a pseudo element after, and here let's say the content, it's going to be nothing, and display would be block And the position this time we would like to go with the absolute. So we have an absolute position, and bottom of this is going to be 0, left is also 0, and now here we are going to use the clip path polygon, where we have to use some values. So 0 and 100%, and then we have to use 100% and again 100%, and then we have to use 100% and 83%. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser. So there is something which is not working. There could be there. Let's see. Okay, the issue, there is an issue, and I just want to see that where the issue is. Card main image. Here let's use the background, and the background is going to be white, and then we'll use the width. The width is going to be 100%, and height is going to be 190 pixels. Let's save it and let's see. It is not working still. So let's fix the other things, all these things, and then we'll be back to this section. Okay, so let's fix the other things, then we will see. So first then we have a card title class, actually card title tag. Let's go with the color, and the color is going to be kind of gray, dark gray. We can see transition is going to have a color which is going to be 0.2 seconds ease, and then we have to use a card link, not card link. Yeah, look at me here. It's a card title, and this is a card link, and let's say font size is going to be 13 pixels. Then the text transform is going to be uppercase, and we have to use the font weight. The font weight is going to be bold. Then let's use the color. So the color is going to be 303030, and let's use a transition. The transition is going to be color and 0.2 seconds ease. Okay, and we have to go with the, let me bring it here, and font awesome icon class. So or the icon class only. So it is going to have a card link, and let's have an I class. Then we have to use the card link and this pen, and here we have to use the padding. Padding is going to be padding left. So the padding left is going to be 3 pixels, and we have to use again transition of 0.3 seconds ease. Then we have to say card main hover, and we have to use the card title anchor tag. Color for this is going to be F18E02, and let's use the card main hover and then card link icon, and then we have to go with the card main hover and then card link span element. Then let's say padding left is going to be 10 pixels. Let's save it. Okay, so no, there are many things here. It has to be gray. It's not gray. And then read more is not in, yeah, it is in uppercase. Sorry, I thought it isn't, but it is. Here the font is different actually. And this section, it has some problem. Plus there is a issue with the image, the clip path. So let's fix that issue, okay? Oh, so I have actually I came up with a problem here in the markup. So I found only one problem. The other problem I'm failed to find. The first problem is this one. I didn't use the hyphen here in the markup, so that's why we are having that issue with the image. And with the icons, I really don't know where I made a mistake. I'm trying to find it out, but yet I didn't find it. So if you guys have found my mistake, please correct it and let me know in the comments below that where I mistook. So just let me show you that how this is going to work. You guys can see the clip path, but I don't know about this issue. I'm trying to find it and I didn't find it yet, but it is not so bad. I want it to be same. Actually, it is looking so nice and great in this way. I don't know where is the problem. Actually, I'm trying to find it. So okay, at the end of this project we will find all the mistakes and bugs we have made. Okay, so let's move on and start working on a footer section, because next we have to do the JavaScript for this slideshow section and navigation bar. So I don't want to waste the time by finding these mistakes, but I want to find. Okay, and now we have to work with this footer section. So let's go to the editor and start working with the footer section. So first of all, I would like to remove all these extra spaces from here, and okay, before removing that, actually I was here want to remove these spaces, but my kids want to have something, so I just stopped the recording. Now first of all, let me show you that after this what I have seen. There is one issue, which is this one. Okay, I have used the space here, so now it is okay, but still there is a problem that this icon has a here this icon has a orange color, can you see, and it is a bit bigger in size. So you know what I can do here for this? Let me check it, class actually. So what we can do, card icon FAS. So what I'm going to do is, so we will fix this. I'm sure I've made a mistake somewhere else also, and I need to find that and need to solve that mistake. So let's go to the index.html, and here let's remove these extra spaces. Okay, let's begin with the footer section. So I'm not going to use any kind of comment, just go with footer, assigning it a class. The class is going to be footer section sec, margin top 5, and margin from left and right is going to be auto, Then we have to use a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be named as a container. And then let's have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw. Then we have to use another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column lg3, and then column small is going to be 6, and then margin bottom is going to be 4, margin bottom extra large devices is going to be 0, and then let's name it footer widget GT. Okay, now we have to go with a heading 4, and it is going to be about us. Then we have to work with a p element. So let's have some dummy text which would be of 10 words. Then we have to go with another division. It's division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be footer logo. Let's have a heading 3, which is going to have a class, and this class is going to be text white, because I do have a background color, so that's why. So here you guys can use an image, logo image. I'm using a text, so Burger Palace. Let's save it, and not this one. Actually, I'm doing I'm coding for this section. So here you guys can see, we cannot see that white text because we don't have a background, so it will be like this. Okay, now the next thing we have to do is, let's create another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column large 3, and column small 6, margin bottom 4, then again margin bottom extra large devices is going to be 0, and footer widget. Okay, now what we have to do here, let's go with the heading 4 element, and let's have a contact info. Now we would like to go with let's go with another division and assign it a class. This class is going to be footer address, and let's have a p element, and within this p element we should have a address. So how it is going to be, I'm not going to add any kind of address, just let me say that your address goes here. Okay, so that's all for me. Now I would like to go with the span element, and within this span let's have a font, and let me say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and another span element where I would like to go with an email. So the email is going to be test@info.com. okay, and let's save it. Okay, first let's save it. So here we are. Okay, so we do have a contact info. Then we would like to go with let me get this div here, and now I should go with again heading 4 element with newsletter, and then I would like to have a lorem dummy text of, let's go with 8 words, not with 10. Okay, and now I would like to have another division which is going to have a class, and this class is going to be form wrap, and then we have to go with a form element, and now it is going to have a div with a class, and this class is going to be input group. Then we should go with an input element with type. The type is going to be email, and let's assign it a class. The class is going to be form control, and then we have to name it actually, and the name is going to be email. And then we have to use I can use here, but okay, placeholder. So this placeholder is going to be enter your email. Okay, and then after email, enter your email address. I have to be specific, and then after this, let's have a division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be input group append. Why I'm using this append? Because I would like to have this Telegram plain here, so that's why I wanted to append, or if I wanted before, then I have to use a prepend. So what I'm going to do next is, I've explained all these things in previous projects. So here we have a button element, and then let's have a button class is going to be BDN, and BDN click BDN, and the type for this is going to be submit, and let's have a font awesome icon class which is going to be FAB. It's FA, and Telegram. FAB is for the brand, like Facebook. Telegram is a brand, so that's why we are using FAB. In font awesome icon, they have different categories. So if some are with FAS, some are with FAR, and some are with FAB, and there are some other, so you can check it. Now we have to go with let's save it first, and let me show you. Okay, so we do have this here. Not this. It is going to be important links. Okay, so you know what I have, I forgot these important links. So these links should be before this. Actually, I should have links here, and let me copy paste the same here, and I should have a links. For the links, let's go with the heading 4, and the heading 4 is going to have important links, and let's choose a unordered list, and then list item, and let's have a anchor tag, and then we have to go with some lorem ipsum. And what I'm going to do I just want to copy and paste this for several times. So 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 are enough for me. Not this one, sorry. So where are they? So we do have links, newsletter, blah blah blah. Okay, now what we have to do next is to create a bottom, and I'm talking about this one, this line and this copyright text. So for this, what I have to do, where is my editor? And okay, let's start from here, and let's have a division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be footer bottom, and the raw align items center, text center, and let's have a text large left and no gutters. And then let's have a p element excuse me, and assign it a class. So this class is going to be footer text, and then let's use margin 0, and column large 8, and then column medium 12. So within this, let's have a copyright and ampersand, and ampersand, and let's see, copy semicolon is going to give us a sign. And here I'm using inline JavaScript, so I'm using a script. It's here script tag with, let's say, document dot write. And why I'm using a new function here, and it is going to be date, and like here the copyright, why I'm saying this now, it is 2020, and when the year will change, then it will be 2021. Okay, so that's why I'm using this JavaScript code here, get full here, and get full here, and let's, our script is it is closed. And now we have to use a, we have to go with the, let me say here, all right reserved, and blah blah blah, and then this is made, and here I would like to use a font awesome icon, so it is going to be FASFA hot, and I have to use a class actually, so it's a class, and then I have to say aria hidden is going to be true here, so it's true. And then after this, let's have a by lorem ipsum. Okay, let's save it and let's see what's going on, then we will work on it. Not this one, sorry, here we are. And okay, so we do have this hot and all right result, blah blah this, and then we have to go back where we have to create another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column LG4, and then column medium 12, and then we have to say text center, and text large right, let's say footer social icons. So within this division, let's have a anchor tag href. This is going to be nothing, but let's have a fun awesome icon class. It is going to be Facebook. And okay, now I would like to copy and paste it for a couple of times, so then I don't have to type again this and save it. And first of all, let's be here and let's see what's going on. Okay, so oh yeah, not Facebook 3 times, but it should be, what is this, Instagram. And okay, and it should be Twitter. So Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, so we do have 3 icons here. And now let's go to the style sheet and start styling this footer. And where the footer is, so where is the footer? I'm not going to, okay, let me have comments here, because now let's have a footer section class here with the padding top, and it is going to be 115 pixels. The background is going to be linear gradient, where the color I would like to use 1B, 1B, and 1B. Then I would like to go with another color because it's a linear gradient. So you guys can use an image also, but I'm just using this color 1F, 1D, 1D, not 1D, 1D. Okay, and now we would like to have a media queries. So first of all, let me show you here what's going on. Okay, so we do have it. You can see the padding and the text. Okay, so here we would like to go with the media query. So first of all, it is going to be max width. The max width is going to be 991 pixels with the footer sec, and here the padding is going to be 60 pixels and 0 pixels. Yes. Then after, we would like to have another media, and let's say max width, and it is going to be 991 pixels. Then we have to go with the footer section again, and the footer section 991 pixels, and the footer section is going to have a class of footer widget, and this footer widget is going to have a margin bottom, and the margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. And then we have to go with the footer section again, and this time let's have a footer widget and this footer widget is going to have a color. So the color for all of this is going to be white. Then let's save it and let's see. Okay, so it's working. Now we have to go with the footer section, and again we do have a footer widget heading 4. So we have done with the spanning of my footer. Okay, footer heading 4 is the font size is going to be 20 pixels, and the margin bottom is going to be 25 pixels, and the color for this is going to be white. Okay, let's go to the so you can see that we have a color here. Then we have to go with the footer section, and let's have a footer widget again. No, sorry, I just made a mistake. I don't have to go with this, but okay, you know what, let's have a media cutie. But first of all, let me write it. Heading 4, and the font size is going to be 20 pixels. So what I'm going to do here, let me have a media, and the max width for this is going to be 1024 pixels, and here, let me bring it here. Okay, so after having this one, let's have another media. This is going to be max width and 991 pixels. Then the footer section is going to have a footer widget, which is going to have a heading 4 with the margin bottom of 15 pixels, and let's have a footer section with footer widget, and the list items and unordered list and list items, where margin bottom is going to be 10 pixels. Text decoration is going to be none, and okay, so hold on, it's not going to be here, it shouldn't be here. Okay, it should be with the next one. So what I'm going to do is, I just want to copy this one, I want to paste it here with an anchor tag, and here let's have a color first. So the color is going to be white, so let's check. Okay, then list style type is going to be none. Save it. Yeah, but why it's not doing that, showing that. And style type is none. Let's see, text decoration is also going to be none. There, wait a minute, what I'm doing here, sorry. on hover I have to remove it, not now. Okay, so I don't know why the list style type is not working here. I should. Let's do something else. Okay, let it be here. When it is here, I just have to, okay, and with hover, and the hover is again going to have a same color plus text decoration is going to be none, not now, none. Save it. Okay, so it's okay. I need to remove these icons or the bullet. Now the next thing is, if I couldn't do this, please do it on your own because it's not a difficult thing. Actually, I want to finish it soon. And then I would like to go with the, let's go with the form wrap, and for that I do have a same selector, but what I'm going to do here, I just want to say form wrap, R-A-W-R-A-P, wrap, where margin top is going to be 25 pixels, and then we do have something else. Let me get this selector from here, copy this, paste it here, and then let's use the info class. So the color for the info class is going to be the theme color, which is AB9A03. And let me show you that what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this one, and it's not working here. What's the problem? It has to be this one, and let me check. Form footer wrap info, it should. Maybe I've made a mistake in my markup. Let me check. How I will check this? Let me check with info class. Let's say card info, and the other one is this contact info, test info. I think I haven't used this info class, so in the markup, where is that, the letter? I should use this one somewhere, so then I can see this input group, and it should be here somewhere. Or I can use it with, I think I made a mistake somewhere. Let's move on and we'll see where it is. You know, today I've made too many mistakes, and for wrap, let's not go with info wrap. Just a minute, I just want to, you know what I'm thinking to go with. Let's use this FAB class. Let's use just for a moment. And it's not. The background should be orange and white. So I need to find the mistake from my markup, and then after, let's go with the input element. So I think it is going to be fine right now. Actually, I have to do something very important, and I'm trying to finish it soon. So height is going to be 40 pixels, and then the border is going to be 1 pixel, SOLID solid, and it is going to be white, and the width for this is going to be 67%, and let's use a important flag, and let's save it. Let's see. Oops, it's not. I really don't know where is the problem, but we should check it. We should check. Don't worry about it. Okay, then we have to go with the, let me stop it here, and I'll continue again. Okay, and then we have to, let me tell you that if I miss something here, or if I've made any kind of mistake here, what I'm going to do, I will post the code on CodePen. Again, I'm telling you, and I will give the link in the description below, so you guys can, and I will fix the issues, okay, and then you guys can get the code from there. So advance apologies for the mistakes. Actually, I have to do some other tasks, so that's why I'm just trying to finish it soon. Okay, so then after this, and these are the basic things we have already done in the previous videos and in the previous project. So if you find anything, because almost all the things are same, I think all the projects are almost, they are same. Font weight, and font weight is going to be lighter here. Then let's use the background is going to be white. Padding left is going to be 20 pixels. And then let's go with the border radius. So yeah, let's do it, work with the border radius. So the border radius is going to be 25 pixels, and the color would be white, and margin right is going to be minus 25 pixels, and let's save it and let's see. Okay, yeah, but we'll fix, don't worry. If I can, I'll try to do this. And then we have the same selector, but this time I would like to use the input focus, input focus and input focus is going to have a outline. So outline none, and the box shadow, so box shadow is going to be none. Then we have to go with the placeholder. So let me copy this selector, and I would like to paste it here. And for this, let's use a placeholder, and the placeholder font size would be 14 pixels, and padding left is going to be 10 pixels, and the color for this is going to be gray. Then scoop. Okay, and then we have to go with the same selector, but here I'm going to remove this input and I would like to use a click. And I understand that I made a mistake somewhere in the selector, so I'll fix that while posting the code on CodePen. Okay, so don't worry about that issue right now because I'm copying and pasting, so I'm sure I've made a mistake somewhere in that. And then I would like to go with the padding. So the padding is going to be 6 pixels, and then 21 pixels, and 4 pixels, and then 14 pixels. Then after we have to go with the border, which would be 0, and the background. So here we are going to have a background for that button actually. Okay, this one, but the thing what I want to settle is not here. I will show you guys, and the 14 pixel is too much. Okay, so then we have to go with 14 background is this, and after that, after having a background, we would like to go with the color of the plane. It is going to be white, and position is going to be relative. Okay, not finished, still doing. Okay, now we have to work with the left property, and its value is going to be 0. Then text transform, and it is going to be capitalized, so not emphasize, sorry, text transform. What it is going to be, text transform is going to be capitalized. Okay, capitalize, and let's see, and let's check. Let's use the Z index. Okay, and do 12 pixels. Okay, this text is too big, but it should be email address. Now enter your email address. Let's say email address. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, and then after we have to go with address span. So and by using, we don't have to use this footer widget, but we have to use footer address, and the span element is PAN span. And now we have to use the display property, which is going to be block, and the margin bottom is going to be 15 pixels, and the color of this is going to be white. Let's see. Okay, things are fine, looking nice, but same selector. But now we have to use a footer logo, and it is going to have a margin top, which would be 28 pixels. Okay, and display inline block. Okay, now it's looking nice. Now the next thing we have to do is this. We have to work with this bottom. So what I'm going to do now, I'm using the seam selector, but here I should go with the footer bottom, not bottom, bottom, where the border top is going to have a 1 pixel solid white spanning off the bottom. Later on I need to find my mistake, and then I have to go with the margin top, which is going to be 51 pixels. Then let's go with the padding, and padding is going to be 20 pixels, then 0. Okay, and let me bring it here. So then we have to go with the media, and the max width for this is going to be 991 pixels for me. I think it is also going to work for you guys. And the footer section is going to have a footer bottom where margin top is going to be 20 pixels. Let's see. Okay, for okay, and then we have to go with because it is the 991 pixels I have defined here. Then we have to go with the margin top, and again I'm saying that if I left something, I'll cover it in the code over there in CodePen.io. Footer bottom. So the color for the footer bottom is going to be white. Okay, and let me copy this selector, paste it here with an anchor tag. Color is going to be not this one, sorry. The color is going to be our theme color, EB9A03. And now we have to work with the social media. Okay, so the social media, for the social media, let's have a we do have a selector, but despite using this P element, let's use the footer social. Okay, footer social is going to have a text align center. Okay, I think there is a mistake somewhere. Let me check again. And let's go with the at media, and the max width is going to be 991 pixel. Then the footer bottom and all these things, I just want to copy this, paste it here, and it is going to have a text align. So it is going to be left, and then we have to use the margin top, which would be 30 pixels, and I have to use the important flag. Actually, I have tested each and everything before, so that's why I know where to use this important flag and where not. And you know, it's not working. Why? Okay, will do, don't worry. If I don't use this right now, first of all I would like to check something. Center, and it moved a little bit to the left side. Okay, then we have to go with the same part. Okay, now I should have this one, social, and let's use a link, And let's have our links. Margin left is going to be 3 pixels, and the width for this is going to be 32 pixels, and the color for this is going to be white, and it is going to display, hold on, inline block, and it is going to display inline, not inline block, sorry, I have to use grid, inline grid, and then text align is center, and then after we have to use the height, and height is going to be 32 pixels. When align content is going to be center, and sorry, the transition is going to be all. Wait 3 seconds, or only, let's go with 3 seconds, and let's use ease. I've used the linear somewhere, linear, and I do have a theme selector here, so let's use for hover, and the color for the hover is going to be white. Then after having this, let me have a theme selector here, footer, social, and the social icons. So for that, let's have a AI icon, and then we have to work with the theme selector, but let's use a span element, and here the font size is going to be 14 pixels. Let's save it. Okay, we are here. You know, there is a problem somewhere in the markup, or let me use the media queries and we'll see that where I've made a mistake again. At media, the max width for this is going to be 767 pixels, where footer section is going to have a padding top 70 pixels, and the padding bottom is going to have a 20 pixels. And then after, let's use the footer bottom, the margin top 35 pixels, and the padding top is 40 pixels, and here it is going to be margin top, which is going to be 15 pixels, again using the important flag, and it's okay. But it is not finished because we have some mistakes here, so I'll fix all these issues with you guys. So, and then after, first of all, we will create the navigation bar, nav bar, this nav bar, okay, because in this project we don't have our navbar, and let me show you. So we have to create the navbar, and we have to active the JavaScript here. So use the JavaScript code, and then we will fix these errors and bugs and issues. Okay, so we'll work on that.